Osman Khan here for Seconds Out. Pleasure to be in the company of Roman Fury once again, this time in Budapest. Roman, good to see you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good. What a show that they've put on, the people of Hungary. I'm very excited to be over here. I'm very excited to be on the same card as my brother as well, which has always been a dream of mine since staying professional. So I'm just all around excited and I'm ready to go. All the training's done and I'll go in there now and put on a great performance for everyone watching.
We have some technical faults there with the room, but Roman, you would think that it's a promoter's dream to get both you and Tommy on a card. How come it's been so long to get that over the line?
I don't know. I think there's all different things. You know, boxing's very political, and there's been a lot of deals that have fell through. So we thought, why don't we set up kind of our own thing? And we've got the great investors over here now that put time into us and money into us. And I think now we've got such a good thing going on, we can catapult from this with 2 good wins and go on to bigger and better things, and I mean like really big. So it's good to have our own little thing that we can grow with the help of the people from Hungary, and I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
Boxing is such a fickle game, you know that. Do you feel that you need to come in and get a knockout to keep your name in people's mouths after this weekend?
Yeah, I've been out of the ring a long time myself. It's a comeback fight for myself. I've been out 14 months. I had injuries I needed to take care of, but 100% a statement. And to me, I don't know about anyone else, I need to get this man out of here, and I'm driven, and that's the only result that I'll be happy with, a stoppage.
Yeah, what are your targets then for the rest of the year? Have you got people in mind? Have you got a goal that you want to, or a place you want to be at by the end of the year?
Yeah, I know I keep saying it, but I've had that many obstacles in my career so far. I just want to be active. I'm going to leave all the getting me fights down to my team. I've got a good team and I've now got a good promotion, so I'll leave it down to them. But then again, I'm not going to turn anything down. Something good comes my way, you best believe I'm going to take it. So that's all it is, just kind of sitting and waiting for it to come.
We know there's been a bubbling rivalry between yourself and Chase DeMoor, who's since captured, I think, the Misfits heavyweight title. That's something that's still in your sights?
Listen, I'll slap him anytime, but I just don't think I'll ever get him in the ring. You know, KSI wouldn't have pulled out. You know, me and my team was pretty much convinced he was going to do the pulling out. He made a few videos saying he was going to pull out. I think he's just trying to use the Fury name as much as possible now. He's even jumped onto Tommy, so the guy's just there looking for a little bit of fame and whatever. He's not a serious boxer. End of the day, I got into this business to do serious boxing. Don't get me wrong, if it comes up and the money's good, I'll take it, but I'm going to go on the path now, professional boxing, because I want to win titles. You know, I just don't want to be known as a guy who fights influencers. I want to make my own staple in the sport, and I think I owe the sport that much respect to go for titles myself. I've not had any amateur experience, but I just want to push myself now. I've decided I want to make my name for myself in boxing. But if it comes along, I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? As you would, it's business, isn't it?
Tommy's obviously been open and honest about what he's been through the last year and a half or so, however long it's been. But you know, being in the family, did you notice those dark times he's been through, and what did the family do to rally around him and help lift him back up?
Yeah, well, listen, nobody knows the tough times like me. You know, when it all first happened, I was the one living with him. I've been living with him for the past 6 months. I've been getting him around, getting his mind right, been pushing him. We've been training non-stop, and now he's in probably one of the best mindsets I've ever seen him, to be honest with you. And I'm really happy to see that for him, because he was struggling really badly and everything was kind of getting on top of him. But we've got through that now. He's doing well. And I just know Friday night is going to be a real statement thing, because with boxing, your mind needs to be right, and his mind's on the job now. So I'm sure he'll get a good victory.
What do you want for him for the end of the year? I spoke to him and he spoke to him about those potential rematches, the fights that he had against Jake Paul and KSI. Do you want to see him get those fights, get paid as well too, which is part of the game, but also stamp his mark down and move forward within after putting that stuff to bed, then into the traditional route?
You've hit the nail on the head. I think he needs to put them 2 fights to bed once and for all, because he keeps getting talked about and he keeps getting built up. They need to happen this year, the 2 of them, in my opinion, and then he can put it to bed. And like he said, I had a chat with him. He wants to go on and then see how good he is himself, see how far he can go in the sport of professional boxing. And that's what it's all about. So put them 2 to bed and then start working way up the ladder. This is what we got into boxing for. This is what he got into boxing at the age of, however old he was, to win titles. So put them to bed and then move on.
It's interesting, though, as I mentioned to Tommy, that KSI seems to put a stopgap on his career. I don't know if you saw the image or the video of him in his hand. It seemed to be damaged as well, too. He doesn't seem to be able to close it. It seems like, from KSI's point of view, he doesn't seem really all that interested in boxing right now.
Yeah, exactly. I thought the exact same. Pulling out the fight that I was on the card was, for a crappy excuse, in my opinion. And he's got that many other things he's doing. I just think boxing's at the back of his mind, it's not the front of his mind. So he could be waiting a long time for the KSI match. But Jake Paul, he's active at least, he's training, he's doing good things in my opinion. So there's no reason why that fight can't happen in the future. It's just all a business and getting the right deal sorted out. At the end of the day, they were being quite cheeky with what they were offering Tommy, beat him to the table. So if we can get that sorted out, there's no reason why it shouldn't happen.
Do you think Jake Paul beats Chavez Jr.?
Yeah, he's very clever, he's a good businessman. He only slipped up getting Tommy in the ring, but apart from that, he knows the fights to pick. His team knows the fights to pick, and Chavez Jr. is past his best. He got beat of Anderson Silva, who Jake Paul beat, so I'm not really expecting much. But it's boxing, and we'll see. But again, it's a good business, and he's going to get people tuning in, isn't he?
I want to ask you about Tyson, who will be in attendance tomorrow. It's great to see that Tyson will be here. He looks in good shape, but in shape for what? Is it a fight?
Well, we'll see. I don't know, but usually when he's training like that, he's looking like he's going to get back in the ring. But, I've not really spoke to him about that. But what I will say is he's looking very fit. I went for a run with him the other week and he's running 7-minute miles for 4 miles. So for a man that big, he's putting the work in. He's looking good. So we'll see. But it's looking promising in my book. If I had to guess, I'd probably say yeah.
Do you want to see him fight Anthony Joshua, or do you want to see him go for that Usyk third fight?
You don't need it, but at the end of the day, he's got to do what he's got to do, and his life is boxing, and he's still relatively young. In my opinion, if he just changes his training around and pushes himself really much, there's no reason why he can't regain that title. I'd like to see him do it, but does he need to do it? No. But listen, the Anthony Joshua fight makes a lot of sense, because Joshua's been beat a few times, and it's still a massive money fight, so it's one of them. But if he can get his act together and start training the way he is now and carry it on, there's no reason why he can't regain a championship again, world title again.
How did you view that second fight with Alexander Usyk?
I thought it was a bit of a lacklustre affair. I think both men were below par. It wasn't anywhere near compared to the first fight. But that sets it up for me for a third fight. If he can get his body looking right and his mind right and his training right, then that sets up the interest in the third fight, doesn't it?
Huge fight coming up in Usyk versus DeMoor as well too. Can I get your take on that one?
Yeah, listen, I don't know. If you asked me a year ago, I'd probably say Usyk, but he seems to be slowing down now with his age. And DeMoor is a heavy hitter. He's coming off great wins. He's got all the confidence behind him. So I'm probably going to lean towards DeMoor by stoppage if he wins. But if not, Usyk can turn it on and just outbox him, can't he? But I think it's going to be a cracking fight.
The final word with you, a message to your fans, a message to your rivals, whoever you want it to be. What would you like to say to them ahead of your return tomorrow night?
I just want to say to everyone who supported me, thank you very much. It means a lot. I'm going to give it my best for you. And to my opponent, just come ready, because we're going to lock arms, and believe you me, I'm coming to fight, so I hope you are as well. I'm going to put on a great show.
Roman, much appreciated. Thanks for speaking seconds out, sir. Looking forward to your fight. Catch up later. Good man.
Want to grow on TikTok? Join our agency for support with expert mentoring, stream protection, and audience growth. It's time to level up. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to join today.